Hello and welcome to another Brett Plays video. Today we're taking 34 left runway. This beautiful. Look at this. So this is the B-50, and since this is my 50th showcase video, I'll see that that's quite fitting. Now I've had several goes at taking off on this runway, and for this particular flight I'm going to remove all the ordnances, so 20,000 pounds of, I'm guessing, bombs, whatever it is that has in it. And I've also gone into the legacy importer and gone to the engines and boosted it by 11%, which is the first level of boost. Only because I've always had trouble getting this thing to actually take off on this runway. Well, I tried it a moment ago and it took off before it even got halfway down the runway, which is nice. So yes, I have modified the engines to make it work. I have been able to take off previously though, under the normal settings with bombs, so I don't know what the difference is. Maybe I had a headwind, not sure, but often it will not get up to speed. And if you saw my bomber flight, the reason it goes black at the end of the runway is because I couldn't get to take off from anchorage. So I popped it up in the air with developer mode and then continued. Which is a bit of a shame, but I didn't want to stop the video and restart because I was with someone else. But look at this, this looks beautiful. So this is a morning flight out of Sydney. Sun's up. And when it stops I'll show you around. There's no dials yet in the cockpit. Going to let me in. And it looks like we're missing a couple of textures in the gunners. Positions at the back and on the sides. Alright. Just press ready then. Okay, so this is the interior. I can't scroll backwards, but I can look around. So unfortunately we don't have the dials in here. But everything else does look nice. And as I move my propeller pitch, it does move. I wonder if we can actually... Yeah, we can. Look at that. And then when I move up, I bump my mixture, which is normally on auto. Alright, looking outside, you can see... No, not from that side, we won't. Let's have a look around. Quite nice. So what are we are just on a little bit, yep. Thank you. So what I'll do, I think the park brake is on. It took off before I even got to the end of the runway last time, which it just never happens like that. We do our altitude, thank you. Park brake off, brakes on. Slowly bring them up. Release. Now don't change your flaps. The more you change your flaps, the more likely you're going to find that you're getting extra drag, and they're good for landing, but especially if you've got your payload in there, not good for takeoff. Continue. There we go, full power. But with the 11% boost, I think it actually will do quite well. I just need to do some micro steering here. There we go. When I say micro, I mean the smallest amount you can do to keep it back online. Now we're going to find we're not going to take off like I did last time, which was flat out down the runway. Probably because I had my brakes on until I got to 100%, then released. We've got to get into probably at least 85 or 90 knots, although I shot down the runway at over 100. So this one's having a lot more trouble. Probably put my payload back in when I reload it. There we go. Okay, now we're going. I must have actually had air brakes on or something. Alright, 140, and we're up. Gear up. That looked nice. does need a long runway to take off. I don't know what happened there. We finally kicked it and got going. As soon as I got over the 80 mark, it's like, no, I'll get going now, thanks. But that is with boosted engines. And I don't like it having to do boosted engines unless you're in a jet and you're removing the afterburner. Flaps up again. I'm not going to climb with this one, I'm just going to do a gentle flight. Now, very graceful type aircraft, as in slow movements, kind of like it's almost gliding around the sunrise there. I am leaving your airspace. Thank you. Alright, 200 knots. Probably actually bring that back a bit on the engines. Maybe even the prop pitch. And just put it into a gentle climb and not be pushing the engine so hard. But I think this is a great model. I will have the link in the description. So my 50th showcase, why not the B-50? As you've seen my video flying out over through the mountains, it just looks great. And I think it's 4 liveries. So it's a B-29, a modified in the late 40s and 50s, mid the 50s, to the B-50, so upgraded, and used for whatever strategic reason they had to use them back then. Welcome to early morning Sydney. Well, thanks for joining me. That's just a quick showcase. Beautiful aircraft. Like, comment and subscribe. And keep an eye out on my channel for more aircraft to come. Thank you. Have a great day.